لا بعطيها معي.
تفضل كرتونة. خلصت؟
خلاص خلاص
واحد تصورنا
في شكل غير هذه الصغيرة الكبيرة طلع لها
سنة حطها بالفضل.
أشهر طويلة. هو هذا الحال الحمد كيف حالته مستقيمة؟ قديش شهر كامل بالمدينة؟
احكي يا احمد انت.
دكتور حضرتك؟
لا
اوكي
مهندس.
بس احمد انت بتعلي صوتك شوي.
مش هزعق انا.
مش يعني زعل بس تعلمني.
Okay. Mr. Basman, now the people in the Gaza Strip are going through very hard days because of the severe attacks on the Gaza Strip. Thousands of Palestinians have evacuated their houses to shelters, and many houses, schools, individuals left their homes to shelters because their houses have been demolished. The death toll in the Gaza Strip reached 700 and more than 5,000 injuries, and this is in a rapid increase. Al-Wafa Hospital is considered to be one of the most important and vital hospitals in the east of Gaza, and it has been attacked by the Israeli attacks recently. I would like to ask you about the situation and how Al-Wafa Hospital has been affected by these attacks.
Since the beginning of this attacks by the Israelis, Al-Wafa was targeted on the 11th of July by 5 missiles. We determined that we need to continue our mission to serve the patients and to serve the ill and the handicaps. So we sent a message to the Israelis and to the world that we will continue and we will not leave this building, and we will continue serving our patients. 8 foreigners from Europe and from North America, South America, they came to us and they solidified with us to support our mission and to act as a human shield. During the war, we continue to offer our services and to the patients. On Thursday, the 17th of July, the Israelis sent us a warning that evacuate the hospital. But our decision was not to evacuate because all our patients are handicapped, paralyzed, unable to talk, unable to speak, unable to save themselves. So we decided to stay, but the Israeli decided to bomb the hospital. At that night, 9 o'clock in the evening, we received many shells, over 14 or over 20 shells. We lost electricity, fire inside the hospital, dust, smoke. We could not function normally. So we decided at that time forcibly that the Israeli forced us to leave the hospital. Manually, we lifted each patient paralyzed, each one to a car or to an ambulance so we can move them to a safe place. Right now we are in a Sahaba complex safely, but we are not functioning fully, 100%. We are just trying to keep ourselves afloat and trying to accept new patients, but the space is limited to us. The equipment is limited to us. The medication is not available to us. We tried to salvage some of the medications that was in the hospital, but at no use. We could not get any of them out. Right now, hospital is operating from outside. We're trying as much as we can to go back to normal function.
Okay, so you left everything behind and just the crew moved to here.
That's true. The crew with our doctors, the nurses, and the patient, we moved here. The next day on Friday, medication was scarce. We have nothing at all. On that day, we tried to get some of our medication, but all of it was expired, ruined, or burned. So we extended our hand to local organizations, and Interpal was the first one to interfere and extended their hand to offer their services, their expertise in providing these medicines for us. And we are thankful to them, to their donors, to their effort, to their management, that they were the first to extend their hand and to support us and to keep our patients in good health.
Yes, now I know that Al Wafa Hospital provide its services to a large number of patients in the east of Gaza. Now the situation is different and everything is damaged. You do not have enough medicines and medical disposables to deal with the large number of patients. How do you treat those patients these days and during the war?
We're not serving only the east side of Gaza. We are serving the whole entire Gaza strips. Even we serve the West Bank and some of the occupied land in Palestine. Al Wafa Hospital is known through the histories of 30 years services that it is the only one and the only hospital in the occupied land in Gaza and in the West Bank that provide medical rehabilitations. We have people that came in crawling or in a wheelchair and we let them go out walking. So the vital loss for the Palestinians in Gaza that there is over 4,000 to 5,000 injured in Gaza. 30% of these injured, they need medical rehabilitations. Right now, there is no place for them to go. Blocked, all Gaza are blocked for any patient to go out from the Egyptian side or from the Israeli side. So they are left here as a handicap. They are burdened in their family, they are burdened in the community, they are burdened in the government here, and now they are burdening in the whole world. New generations coming from the Israeli actions, it's a handicapped generation.
Yes, so we now face a humanitarian crisis due to the big number of patients that need rehabilitation and due to the lack in medicines and medical disposables. Al Wafa do, as I understood from your speech, that you are doing your best in order to treat and to deal with those patients. What do you need exactly in order to continue your medical services to this very important category in the Palestinian society?
I need the help of the whole world. I need the help to get this hospital back in track. I need this hospital to stand up as it used to be, to give the full service, to give the medical need for all needy and handicapped people. We need to do it as fast as we can. The two buildings that we had, they were destroyed completely with all the equipment, all the medicines, everything that we have gathered for the last 30 years has been vanished and destroyed within minutes and seconds. We need to build this one back. We extend our hand to all the organization, to Interpol, that we need your support to get back to the normal life, to the Palestinian, and to function and to get our mission in order, which is to save life than other to take life.
Yes. Mr. Basman Al-Ashi, the General Director and the Executive Director of Al-Wafa Hospital, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Welcome.
بس آخر مرة نقول السلام يعني.
العشي بسمان العشي صحيح؟
بسمان العشي.
بداية الجملة. Mr. Basman Al-Ashi, the Executive Director of Al-Wafa Hospital, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you for Interpol.
Thank you. What are the specific needs that Al-Wafa Hospital?
Medical lab. Medical lab.
People in the Gaza Strip are going through very hard days due to the Israeli attacks on the Gaza Strip. Thousands of Palestinians have evacuated their house, especially who live in the east of Gaza. Many schools, mosques, hospitals, houses have been targeted by the Israeli drones on the Gaza Strip. Here, the Gaza Strip is witnessing a humanitarian crisis due to this. All life aspects in the Gaza Strip have been affected by this aggression on the Gaza Strip. The health sector is considered to be the most affected sector by this aggression in the Gaza Strip. Al-Wafa Hospital has been targeted by the Israeli drones many days ago, and it has been demolished completely. Just the crew moved to another temporary place in order to continue their work. Here with us, Mr. Basman Al-Ashi, the Executive Director of Al-Wafa Hospital. We would like to ask you about what happened exactly to Al-Wafa Hospital and what is the condition right now.
We need to know that the location of the hospital was in Shijaiya area. That Shijaiya area where the ground offenses of the Israelis started. Israelis have demolished many houses in Shijaiya. Some people say 70 up to 90% of Shijaiya were flattened. So I'm looking at War II at that area of Shijaiya. The hospital was completely damaged. Many of its facilities completely damaged. The X-ray machines that we have, it was completely damaged. The lab, the medical lab that we have is completely damaged. The medical beds that we have, they're completely vanished under the rebel. There is no way for us to use them. Life-saving equipments that we used to have in the hospital, they are under the rebels. There is no way for us to use it. For us, as Al-Wafa Hospital, to go back in full functions, we need the medical lab, we need the x-rays, we need the medical beds, we need the life-saving equipment. All these is very necessary for us to go back to function normally as soon as possible. Otherwise, the health system in Gaza will be interrupted, will be destroyed, and many people will be affected by being a handicap, being a burden in their family, being a burden in the community, then in their country, then in the whole world. We want to better life of the Palestinian in Gaza.
Okay, could you please give a word to Interpol and donors in this context?
I really appreciate them being here in this gathering. My heart is with them. I'd like to give them just a clear message from the Palestinians in Gaza. We will continue to serve the humanity as a hospital, as doctors, as a management. We'll continue to spread the word of peace in Gaza. We'll spread serving the people to better their life, to improve their life, to give them more life so we can have them live in the 21st century.
مستشفى الوفاء هو مستشفى خيري ومتخصص في تقديم خدمات التأهيل الطبي للمرضى الذين يعانون إعاقات حركية وإدراكية وخدماته يعتمد عليها قطاع غزة بشكل رئيسي. بعد الكارثة التي تعرض لها مستشفى الوفاء والعدوان الذي تعرض له والتدمير الذي تعرض له، والذي شمل مختلف وكامل مبانيه وتجهيزاته، فإننا نشكر مؤسسة انتربال على المساعدة العاجلة التي تقدمت بها سريعا، والتي ستمكننا من تقديم الخدمة للأسابيع القادمة، في خلال الأسابيع القادمة التي ستمكننا من إنقاذ حياة المرضى الذين هم متواجدون لدينا. كما نشكر المتبرعين والممولين من خلال مؤسسة انتربال على هذه المساعدة القيمة التي أعانتنا على إنقاذ حياة مرضانا، وندعو الجميع وندعو كل من يستطيع مساعدتنا إلى مد يد العون لنا لتوفير احتياجات استمرار الخدمة الأساسية. نحتاج إلى معونة في مجال التجهيزات الطبية الأساسية من الأسرة والمختبر والأشعة. كما نحتاج أيضا إلى توفير مستلزمات التأهيل الأخرى، العلاج الطبيعي والعلاج الوظيفي.